Good morning. It is Friday, September 29th. Good to have you with us. Hashtag it finally Friday. That's right. You're watching Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. And my co-host this morning, Dr. Darren Baskin, Director of HCC's Quality Enhancement Plan of the Department of Success and Completion. Darren, always good to see you.
You know, Todd, we are the dynamic duo, so it's always good to work with you. So I'm excited. It is a beautiful Friday, and I like the hashtag.
You like the hashtag. It's also hashtag Film Friday, which your guest will be talking about just in a few moments. You know, I don't know if you've been outside this morning, but it's not bad. So far, it's looking good. They say it may get up into the mid 90s, and next week we have a true cold front coming through, highs in the upper 80s.
See, I'm looking forward to that. I can look forward to it. And I've never looked forward to cold fronts until we had a summer of 100-degree weathers all the way through the entire summer. So
I know it's been crazy, but yeah, we'll get a break next week. And I'm just hoping we can just get out of these 90s. That would be nice. Hey, folks, we got a big weekend ahead of us. But first, a few things coming your way here on Film Friday. And of course, finally Friday. We are live every morning when HCC is in session, just about every morning, Mondays through Fridays, live at 10 a.m. But Darren, they can also catch us anytime in social media and on our cable channel.
Oh, yeah. They can catch us on YouTube, X, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, LinkedIn, HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
That's right. And for Film Friday, Darren, you'll be talking to this next guest. We're welcoming back an illustrious local cinema, still going strong, albeit from a borrowed space for now. Charles Dove is joining us. He is the director of Rice Cinema and Rice University's film program. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning to you.
Thanks for being here. We're looking forward to hear about all your offerings. So stick around. We'll be with you for Film Friday in about 10 minutes.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right. We got a big day coming up Monday. That's right. We're going to be introducing our bachelor's degree for AI. That's right. HCC's leading the way with an AI bachelor's degree, and we're celebrating soon this Monday at the West Loop. Samir Saber, Dean of the Digital IT Center of Excellence and Executive Director of our Workforce Technology, joins me now. Welcome back to the show, Samir.
Good morning, Todd. Good morning, everyone.
And congrats on this new degree you guys are going to be offering. This is kind of one of a kind, but it isn't, correct me if I'm wrong, is this one of the first in Texas?
In the nation, or community college.
In the nation, folks. Tell us about it, because I know it's a cohort that you bring the students in and they kind of go through this together.
Yeah, so it's a Bachelor's of Applied Technology. So it's a workforce degree. It's a 4-year degree, and it's a continuation of our 2-year AAS that we have right now.
And, you know, unlike other programs that we offer, we have a lot of partnerships with universities where we have seamless transfers, especially I'm thinking like engineering, where they go to HCC for 2 years, then they transfer on to Texas A&M or UT as well to complete their degree. This one, they stay within HCC, meaning, here's the big thing, Samir, and I'm sure you've been talking with the students about this, the savings must be incredible to get a 4-year degree in this.
Yeah, it's about $12,000 or so for the entire degree. So it's the same tuition fees as a 2-year degree.
And they will walk out of HCC with the first of a kind degree in the nation for this. You're having a big thing on Monday. Tell us what we can expect, because it's a bit of a celebration.
Yeah, it's a launch party. So essentially, we want to recognize the recent graduates, the current students, give some certificates of recognition, some goodie bags, a panel, and just welcome the community and present, everything.
And you'll have a number of special guests there. I know Dr. Barillo Hopkins is going to be there. Our chancellor, I imagine, as well.
I'm not sure if she'll be there, but Commissioner Leslie Briones will be there actually to give us recognition as well. So we're glad about that. And of course, faculty, students, staff,
What's the outlook for students that are graduating with this degree? I imagine it's a growing field and people are desperately needed.
Yeah, the unique thing about our degree, it's more focused on robotics, which now it's actually really in. It wasn't so much, 5 years ago, but it's a practical way for them to learn everything about AI. So what can they look for? Yeah, a lot of jobs around anything that's autonomous, Industry 4.0, you name it. It's just digital twinning even.
And you have a number of partnerships that you guys have gathered there at the Southwest College. I know you've got one with AI Global. Maybe why don't you tell us about the partnerships and the AI Global Impact competition coming up?
Yeah, so we're very fortunate to have Intel as a strong supporter of our program. They call HEC their lighthouse actually for AI. So it's to the point, Pat Gelsinger, the CEO, came and got an honorary degree this year from our chancellor in the lab. Yeah, so Intel's a big partner, but a lot of it started with AWS as well, Machine Learning University. They had curriculum that was really for their employees, and we took it and made it more accessible. So the long story short is all the vendors, NVIDIA, you name them, IBM, they have a lot of material, they spend a lot of research, but they need us to teach at the masses and at the community college level.
We also have a big partnership with Apple as well. I know that started around 2016. We're teaching students coding. Is that wrapped up in this degree as well?
It's not, but Apple is coming very strongly on the AI front. So we're lucky to have them, of course.
Let's talk about another big subject that's covered with the Southwest College, especially the Digital IT Center of Excellence, but cybersecurity. What's going on with that? Because that's huge right now.
It is, and you'll see posts all the time from different government agencies about the need for more resiliency, more training. So we just got the CAE Center of Academic Excellence designation in cyber defense by the National Security Agency. So it's a national designation, and that HEC really has met all the demands. It's not just about our program, it's institution as a whole. It's about what we've done to the community. So it's a very rigorous designation, and the good thing about that is it gets us more funding for our students at the end of the day, grants, jobs, and all that.
So there are grants available for this 4-year degree, and I imagine there's financial aid and all that, even though the whole 4 years is going to cost you around 12 grand. But, a lot of people may want to try to get some money to help sway those costs.
Yeah, some of them are workforce solutions, for example. They've been funding a lot for workforce degrees, but we're seeing a lot of NSF grants, federal grants, state grants that are coming to help with scholarships too.
When I know it seems like every semester, every year, you guys have an AI conference. You have another one of those coming up?
We do. Thanks for asking. It's the third one. It'll be in the spring of next year, sometime around April is what we're planning to do, and we'll do it at the West Houston Institute. It's a 2-day event, academics and industry, and we bring everybody together.
There are, a number of people who went through the COVID period and their hours may have been cut, or they may be looking to change careers. So let's say they were working in one sector and it's not doing as well. They want to change degree or change careers. Let's say they already have a degree. Are they able to go to HCC, either get more certifications to change careers, maybe get into cybersecurity or AI or something like that, or possibly get into the 4-year program? Would any of their credits maybe transfer into that?
Yeah, a lot of them do get transferred, but 10 of the classes that were created for the 2-year degree were brand new in the state. So the likelihood of a student even having that is slim to none. And then the bachelor's is the same thing. But to your question, we are getting a lot of demand on the CE side, continuing ed for AI. So we haven't built those pathways yet, but we are. Cybersecurity is a lot more built right now in terms of when you start out all the way to your 2-year.
So really, for 2 years, you could get a cybersecurity training and get certified to go out there and work into that.
You can even do a level 1 cybersecurity certificate in a semester and get a job at least as entry level.
If people want more information about that, you have information sessions. How do people find those, and where can they go to view them or attend them in person?
We have our own info sessions. There's a link that we do them monthly, and then we have all the recordings and all the documentation. So we can send that to anyone that's interested.
We'll have some information in our social media post after the show on all of this so people can get the right links. Samir Saber, Dean of the Digital and IT Center of Excellence and Executive Director of Workforce Technology. Thanks for being here in the show.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you Monday. Okay, we're going to turn things over to Dr. Darren Baskin. You got a special guest for, you ready? Hashtag Film Friday.
Hashtag Film Friday. I love it. And great conversation with Samir. You know, he's one of my favorite people at the college. So he's always very interested and very focused on what he's saying. So I appreciate that for him. And I love the program that he's building over there. So congratulations, Samir.
They've got a lot going on at the Southwest College. They really do.
Oh, what? They are banging it out over there. So I'm so proud of them. But that brings us to our community partners, because we are just as impressed and just as engaged with our community partners as we are with our internal partners. So welcome to the show, Charles Dove, my apologies,
Okay.
who is the director of Rice Cinema and the Rice University Film Program. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm happy to be here.
Yes, and we're excited that you're here. I'll just tell you right up front, I am a big film person. I love the movies. I love films, and I'm really starting to get into the older cinema now.
Right.
There's so much. I appreciate the AI pieces and the clarity of it, but I really am starting to love those old types of films. So what are some of your upcoming screenings and events at Rice Cinema?
Oh, well, we're doing like this weekend, we have a 3-part documentary from a Japanese documentary maker named Kazuo Hara, which is about it's called Minamata Mandela. And the first part is tonight, and the second part is at 5 tomorrow afternoon. And then the final part is at 8 o'clock. And it's a documentary about the mercury poisoning in this small town in Japan that's become notorious over the years. And it follows the whole narrative about that and interviews almost everybody that's involved in it. It's a really exciting, interesting film. He's a fantastic, crazy filmmaker, Kazuo Hara. He's like very daring and very willing to engage in stuff that almost nobody else is. So that'll be this weekend. And then, we have a bunch of stuff happening in October. We have the Hispanic Heritage films we're screening in October, including a big event called Missing in Brooks County, which is a film that won a Peabody, I think last year. And we've had the director there. It's about an organizations that seek out the people who've died trying to cross the Rio Grande and find their families, get them some sort of peace and closure. We'll have the director, and we'll have Eddie Canales, who runs a organization out of Corpus that does that, who's a really extraordinary guy. And they'll be here on the Friday the 13th.
How about that?
Them. So that'll be fun. And we're doing that with the anthropology program here at Rice. That's a joint enterprise. And then we are also doing, films we're doing a great Guatemalan film called Ixcano, which is, that'll be on the 14th, on Saturday, 14th. And then we'll do a Brazilian thriller called Please Kill Me the following week. And finally, we'll conclude with a film by the great Chilean filmmaker, Patricio Guzman, who we had here a few years ago. And he's got a film about the first year. It's called The First Year of Salvador Allende's year as president of Chile before the U.S.-sponsored coup happened following year. So it's just prior to that. It's all footage of people sort of feeling and experiencing freedom for the first time. It's a very sort of exciting, thrilling film from that standpoint. So those are, yeah, we're doing a 3D film for Halloween called Robot Monster. We're going to show that in 3D. I had the old school 3D glasses, not the new ones, the old little red ones with the
with the red and the.
Yep.
Oh yep. My God, Charles, you guys.
Be fun. And those events will all happen in October, and then November we've got a bunch of stuff going on. But we'll also be dealing with Cinema Arts Festival starts in November, so we'll be doing big parts of that as well.
Okay, so that's a great lineup. And it's jam packed too, which is also a great place to be sitting in. So just for our viewers, give us a little bit of background of Rice Cinema and where are you located?
Right, we're located right now. We're in our temporary location, as Todd mentioned. We are in Sewell Hall at Rice University, which is right in the front of campus. It's right by the Welcome Center. There's a big sign that says Welcome Center, so you really can't miss it. And it's on the ground floor, and the parking is at the Founders Court, which is right there, right next to that. So it's actually in some ways weirdly easier to find than the old media center. But we will be back in that location in a couple of years once we build the new building. So
Oh, wow. So where's the new building going to be located, Charles?
Right next to, well, where the old media center was,
Okay.
and next to the Moody Center. It'll take up that entire corner of the campus. It'll be the art department. So it'll have all of our art department stuff, our dark rooms and our sculpture lab and our print lab, and for painting and drawing and everything else, plus a black box theater, plus a brand new state-of-the-art film theater. So that'll be great. Yeah. We've got gift money coming from somebody for that. The building will be named after Faya Seraphim. It'll be the Seraphim Hall. And so he donated a bunch of money to us just before he passed. And that was really nice of him. And so we're looking forward to reopening. That's fall of 2025 coming up.
Oh, yeah, that's right around the corner.
Right. They're going to start building it next year. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, we're going to have you back on when they start the building. You're going to have to bring us pictures and keep us updated so we know. Because this is, not only is that a great opportunity for students at Rice, it's also a great opportunity for our students here at
everybody. Right, everybody.
Yeah, to transfer into some of the programs that you guys are having over there.
Oh, yeah, you should definitely think about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That is a great transition. And so you're giving us a lot of great history. And let me just ask you a question.
Okay.
Charles. If you had to pick, and watch me put you in this impossible situation.
Oh, thank you.
Had to pick one film in the horror genre.
In the horror genre. Okay.
In the horror genre, which film would be your favorite?
My favorite. I teach a bunch of these films.
Oh, wow.
The most recent really great film is, I think, Get Out. I think that's a fantastic film. It subverts a lot of stuff, but it's also about watching films. It's with what's his name, Lil Red Howery, the substitute for viewers, and so that's a really good example of a horror film that also has like social content and all these other things going on in it, but it's funny and scary and everything. So I picked that one probably. That's a recent one. I like the old ones too. I got the Black Cat with Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi.
Seen that, Charles?
That's a crazy film. It's a really crazy film.
Wow.
Number one film for Universal that year, which is kind of amazing when you see it, because it's just lunacy.
It's like this. Wow. Every time you turn around. So let me ask you this. I love horror. Horror. So this is an amazing topic with me. And I know we're going into October, so it's the perfect way to kick off October 1. If you had to choose a set of horror movies from like a franchise.
Okay.
What's the best franchise?
Okay, so what you mean by like a franchise is like following a single character or something like that, right?
Yes, like a single character throughout.
That's a tough one because they're always up and down, those kinds of things.
Yes, they are. They are.
So, but that's a really good question. Maybe the Chucky one. Because I like the later ones. I like the Bride of Chucky. It's really good. Some of the other later ones are good. I think those are really exciting. I picked the RKO horror films from the 40s, really, like it has Cat People and I Walk with a Zombie and all these other great, that they don't have continuing characters, but that's a series still too. So that's a really good question though. We're showing, in 2 weeks, we're showing Young Frankenstein, which is, we're going to show that.
Black and white one?
The black and white one, right.
Oh, wow. That one is
Wilder. Yeah. Gene Wilder, who also wrote it with Mel Brooks. He was the screenwriter and the star of that film. So that'd be fun.
Yeah, that's a great one. And it's so funny you said the Chucky series, because I was literally this morning, as I was getting dressed to come to work, was watching a snippet of the Chucky series that's on USA Network.
Right. They just started that second season.
They just started that, and I saw that. So that is so amazing. So let me ask you this: how much does it cost, and where do the film patrons park?
They park in Founders Court parking lot, which is right in front of the campus. Our events are free, right? Because partially because it's going to cost you $6 to park, and so you're paying that. That's the cost. But we do our events for free unless we're partnering with, like in cinema arts, they want some green out of you. They want some because they got to support themselves, and that makes sense. But our regular events are free. All the events in October are free. Everything in October is free. Now I'm backing off and I'm thinking of Evil Dead, the Evil Dead films.
Evil Dead. That
Yeah.
is good. Evil
Yeah.
Dead. And I appreciate Evil Dead because the character stayed the same throughout, but it felt different in every last one.
Right. Well, he evolves as a character.
Yeah.
Ash Campbell. Yes.
Yes. And so you can't see this, but you got a yes from one of our producers on the show. Was like yes when you said Evil Dead. So that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. So hey, it has been Hey, it has been amazing talking to you, Charles. I could talk to you all day. I tell you that.
People love to talk about movies. You know that's the main thing. People love movies.
Oh yeah.
It's the living part of our culture. And
it brings us together. You're right. I was going to say, and it brings us together. So it pulls together. So thank you, Charles Dove, director of the Rice Cinema and the Rice University Film Program. We'll have your info in our post after the show. Thank you again.
Thanks a lot, man. Take care.
Well, Darren, I gotta chime in with the movie situation here.
Let's go.
Yeah, so let's see. I think my favorite, and this is a bit of a stretch, but my favorite overall horror film of all time was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
The original?
Second one.
Two with Dennis Hopper. Yeah, that was that was because I like ones that combine humor in it, and that was crazy. It made you, it really got to you, but it also had a lot of humor in it in that as well. So I'm going to go with that one as my overarching favorite horror movie. So there you go.
Perfect.
All right. We got a few announcements to get through for the rest of the show. First off, Darren, we've got a new dean to congratulate. Welcome to Mahmoud Basharat as the interim dean of mathematics, a valued member of HCC for more than 29 years. He has held roles as program coordinator, associate chair, and division chair of mathematics before taking on this role. Dr. Jerome Drain says his vision for fostering an optimal learning environment underscores the importance of diverse perspectives and experiences, creating a harmonious blend that enriches the educational journey. So congratulations to him. We also got some. Do you know?
I do. I know Bash. I've known Bash my entire time at HCC. I'm so happy for him.
Very happy for him. Okay, and Eagle Promise, that's going on, but it's got a deadline coming up.
It does. The deadline for Eagle Promise is tomorrow. Eligible students are encouraged to apply to the Eagle Promise program to learn how to earn their degree for free. Let me say this again, Todd. For free.
It's a great program. I know they started a few years ago, and I'm glad they're moving forward with. Great deal. Another thing we have going on, very important, Coleman Eagle Market is having its grand opening next week. The HCC Coleman College will open its Eagle Market next week, kicking off the ceremony with a ribbon cutting ceremony. That's from 1:30 to 4 p.m. Tuesday, October the 3rd. Ribbon cutting is at 1:30. Check our post after the show for more information. And we've got an acting course going on at the A-Leaf Hayes campus.
Yes, we do. But let me take you back to this is ribbon cutting. We have done so much to enhance our students, not just inside of the classroom, but outside of the classroom. So these Eagle markets that are popping up around our campuses, please take advantage of those markets. So, but yes.
It's very easy. You can register, get your food, and in many cases, you can just walk right in. Walk right in. And we've got them across the district as a partnership with the Houston Food Bank. So it's a great deal.
Amazing food in there. So, and yes, you're right. The Acting for Film here at A-Leaf Hayes, the Acting for Film is coming up in October, and it's open to the public. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thursdays in October at A-Leaf Hayes campus inside of their screening theater. And check our post after the show for more information and to register to attend.
And there's food at your fingertips. Okay, if you're at the district offices, I've got a rant for a second here, and you can probably relate with this. It's 1, 2 o'clock. You're getting a little bit hungry. So, hey, there are some vending machines on the first floor. Good luck in them working for you. I got news for you. I go down there. I don't even know why I go down there anymore. 2 out of 3 times, can't get them to work. But we have solutions for you. Now that everyone's back at the district offices, HCC says delivery options are available for 3100 and 3200 Main. At Neo's Cafe, Neo's Cafe is the convenient delivery point for Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, and others, which will make deliveries. There's also a way of getting food as well called walk to a restaurant. You can do that. We're not that far from a few of them.
No, we're not.
Just throwing it out there. I mean,
yes.
You know, everyone likes a taco.
You're right.
At a great place down the street.
I've gotten something stuck in that machine once, and I've never went down there since then. So I feel your
it's so frustrating.
Oh,
it's
I feel
so
your
frustrating.
pain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, okay, let's get on to registration because registration is underway right now, Darren, but the semester's moving along and the courses are more condensed right now, and the time is getting shorter for you to complete them. And
you are so right, so correct about that. So through though fall, Second Start has already started. It's in full swing. We still have smaller, more intense semesters that are still available. And all courses are offered in person and online. And these are 8-week courses. And so they're online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid in person, hybrid lab. To learn more about these HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover your costs, please go to hccs.edu/apply. Okay, let's keep in mind, folks, it's going to be a weekend right now, but next week, Mental Health Monday, Dr. Sean Fitzpatrick of the Hume Center is here. Great returning guest. Also, we'll continue the celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month with a favorite Tex-Mex spot. I'll tell you more about that next Tuesday. And next Friday, we're not on the air because we've got our convocation. So it's going to be a very busy week. We look forward to getting into it with you. Darren, thanks for being here this morning. Hey, Todd, you know it's always my pleasure to be here with you anytime, anywhere. We're good. All right. And thank you all for joining us on this #Film Friday. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.